Greetings, everybody. My name is Ricky Levon. This is of course the last string of Sanity. Now, this particular video blog is about the book, The Golden Image. Now, if you're looking at this particular one, there should be other video blogs about the Golden Image, briefly telling about each one of the stories. And I mean really brief, because of course I want you to go out and actually get the book. But this particular video blog has just to give you an overall summation of the book itself. Now, the one thing about this book is that it is actually a group of short stories told by different characters based in the fictional town of Sheridan Falls. Now, each story actually is inspired by a different biblical verse, text, or story found in the Bible. Some of this from the Old Testament, some is from the New Testament, and it's kind of spread throughout the entire book. Now, the one thing about this particular book is that you can sometimes read where the stories are exactly almost like the Bible story. For example, the one that follows David and Goliath, whereas there's other ones that's more inspired by it, more like when Jonathan was fighting with his servant against all of the Philistines. So a lot of it just depends upon each one of the stories, where it's kind of leading to and where it's getting its inspiration from. Now, a great thing about this story that I like is that each story is told slightly different from another one. What I mean by that it is first person. Of course, each story is told by that character, but some of the characters are telling their story, for example, in past tense, or it's present tense. So it's like you're with them as they're telling the story. Another one tells the story in a journal. There's another story told more like in an interview. The reason why that's done is because it just wants to be able to make it interesting for my own sake, so each story isn't exactly like the other one. Instead, you have something that's a little bit more entertaining, a little bit different, and it kind of just allows you to kind of flow and to be able to see how this thing goes. Now, the greatest thing also about this book, is that sometimes you'll see characters from one story become minor characters in a different story. After all, this is all about a town and how different things happen to different people and how they overcome. So sometimes they might be a prominent member in one story overcoming something, but they might be more of a side note, because after all, in a city, you do get to know other people, so sometimes you have that particular interaction. Watch out while you're reading the story to figure out how people are connected. Who's connected where? What happened? Hey, wait a minute, did they just mention that in that story? Didn't that take place over there? You'll start to realize that and start to be able to have a lot of fun while you're kind of like going through the story. Now, the one thing that you want to be able to do is pick yourself up a copy. I do want to give a big shout out to the cover artist who did the cover, Carissa Hutchinson. You want to be able to look up her information. You actually go on my website, be able to check her links and everything out there, but she's the one who created the cover. Really do want to start getting more into getting graphic artists and people to be able to do more of the future covers. So I know if you're a graphic artist, contact me on Lavari at yahoo.com. Contact me there, and maybe we can work with each other in the future. However, make sure you definitely want to pick yourself up a copy. I'm guaranteeing you will enjoy it. Anyone who's ever read this, there's people who don't even really like to read, and they say they absolutely love this story because it is a group of short stories. You feel like you're progressing, but it's not taking you forever to be able to get through this book. So you definitely may pick yourself a copy today. You can get that from Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Of course, it's also available as all the other books in Kindle version, Lavari.com, CreateSpace.com. You can go to your local bookstore, ask for it there. Doesn't even matter. Just make sure you get yourself a copy today, even for a gift for someone else. Like I said, it was also for young people. That was kind of the original thought, but actually this could be for young people, people in their 20s, 30s, 80s, 100, doesn't even matter. Everyone's going to be able to enjoy themselves, be able to get something out of this, and be able to also have a great time and being able to read the different characters, the different people that happens in the townsfolk of Sheridan Falls. Remember, this is the Golden Image, available everywhere. Pick yourself up a copy today and enjoy yourself. But make sure you remember, have fun, enjoy life, but don't do anything you'll regret for a lifetime. Alright, thank you once again.